All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. So the Indiana Fever traveled on its West Coast trip, 1 out of 4, and went down badly to the Golden State Valkyries, who beat them 88-77. The Indiana Fever had a 13-point lead. They was leading throughout the whole game, all the way down to the third quarter, until everything started unraveling. Caitlin Clark had another worst performance of her second WNBA career, shooting 0 for 7 from three. Had 11 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds, with a +8, 6 turnovers. A +10 with -10. My bad, with 6 turnovers. Then you had Kelsey Mitchell to follow with 16, 5 fouls. Leah Boston's double, 5 fouls. Natasha Howard, 13 points, and with 5 rebounds. Then off the bench, you only had Sophie Cunningham with 9, Sid Costa with 5, Lexi Hall, no points. No, she only had 3 points in the game, and Dante's only 3. So you really had 14, 15, 16 points off the bench to Golden State Valkyries, who had 40 points off the bench. Now, if you look at the Indiana Fever, you think they will be the better team, right? Yeah, on paper, because of Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston, you'll think they had the better players. But no, the Golden State Valkyries stay consistent all year. You got to tip your hat to them because the way they played. The Golden State Valkyries out physical the Indiana Fever. They out hustled the Indiana Fever, and they outpaced the Indiana Fever. They wanted it bad. They chipped away through a 13-point lead. And there's something that Caitlin Clark alluded to a few games back, that they got to learn how to maintain leads, and which they didn't. Austin Kelly, like him, great guy. But you should have called a timeout. You should have got Caitlin back in the game. You should have got Kelsey back in the game. But one thing that stood out is that the Indiana Fever, and I have said it before, and people, you got to be real and you got to critique this team regardless. I don't care how much or you love and Caitlin Clark or you love all these players. Stuff got to be called out. We can't continue to sweep it on the rug and sugarcoat it and say, oh, well, we keep giving it a pass. No, it's no pass. This team played piss poor. Caitlin Clark played bad. She played really bad this game. No energy. Now, somebody joked about it on X and say she took a back seat because she wanted her players to shine for Juneteenth. Now, hey, I ain't getting deep into this conspiracy theory thing, but hey, that what was said. This team doesn't have no kind of fight. Even though Stephanie White was there, DeWanna Bonner is there. There's a lot of speculation about that. But this team in the offseason had the opportunity to surround Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston in the core four with better talent. That's my thing. They had better talent out there. They could have got overseas players. They could have got. Look at the New York the New York Valkyries. Look at the New York Liberty. They got a slew of overseas players. Look at the Valkyries. What they got on their roster. This is what This is what you make teams beat and put teams together. Teams that go out and fight. Taylor Thornton said it perfectly. They got players from every team that played in different systems, but they all come together and play as one. They fight for each other. And that's where I don't see from the Indiana Fever. To me, I just don't see them fight for each other. Now, I can't say same for Lexi or Demiris Dantas or Sophie Cunningham. But everybody else, I don't see them fighting for each other. It's like they want their own individual stats on this team, and they're not playing as a team. If the team has some kind of success, boom. And it's like, to me, I feel like I'd rather see Caitlin play with a bunch of young players and lead them than playing with these players who don't care and they looking for their own pot of gold. Because this team, the way this team plays, they don't even play like a top four, top five team. They was top six, now they top seven because the Valkyries tied them up. They both 6-6 now. But let me let you listen to what Kelsey Mitchell had to say, and I'm gonna come back in.
I don't want you to speak for Caitlin, but you guys have seen a lot of defenses go up against her. Did you see anything that Golden State did in particular? Did she say anything about something that they were doing in particular that may have slowed her a bit tonight?
I think that overall, it's not about just Caitlyn specifically. I thought it was about our entire group. We were soft. We just weren't. They made us pay by just being stronger, being tougher. 50-50 balls, deflections, getting in the passing lanes. That's just a piece of just being aggressive and having an ability to like look at our best player and be like, nah, they gonna be aggressive. And I think that we allowed it. We kind of tucked our tail a little bit tonight on the aggression side, and I think that's our down play right now. We have to learn how to see rounds for what they is. That's one thing, but be aggressive and stop being so soft. And I think that as a group, we just collectively allow too much.
I have to totally agree 100% what Kelsey Mitchell said, and a lot of us have said it. This team is too soft. Leah Boston, soft. Natasha Howard, soft. DeWanna Bonner, soft. Sometimes Kelsey Mitchell be soft. This team don't have no toughness to it. Caitlin Clark can't be the only toughest person on the team, but then she gets knocked around, beat up, it knocks her game off. Nobody else seems to want to step up. This was the perfect time for everybody to step up when Caitlin Clark was struggling. There's twice she done struggle, and this team does not step up. They don't play. They can't the style of basketball that needs to. Hey, let's our player struggling. Let's get her free. Let's help her get open. Let's run some actions for her to get open and get her going. She has to force her way to get herself going. Then what was working in the first half when they was giving the ball to Leah Boston and Natasha Howard, that, they got away from it. But guess what? The Valkyries adjusted. They took away that. And guess what? Nobody else could seem to do nothing. There was no extra passes going here and there like they did against Connecticut Sun. They was giving extra pass here and there, hitting shots. I want to see Lexi Hall get more shooting opportunities. She's a starter. She should get more shooting opportunities. She should get the same even enough shots. You can't just use Lexi Hall just for defensive purposes and not allowing her to get some shot opportunities. You can't use Sophie Cunningham just for defense purposes and not allow her to get shots. She had 9 points. She could have had 10, 12, 15 points in this game if you had got her wide open shots. Yeah, some that she had missed, but still, you got to keep going back to it. You got to feed her. Kelsey Mitchell had open shots. She wants to dribble, then set herself up to get her own shot. When you had an open shot right there from the get go, Leah Boston hesitating in the paint, had shots. She hesitated. You get stuck. You know what I'm saying? We already know that referees ain't gonna give us stuff all the time, and this is something that they gotta understand. The referees is going to be part of the game. And I said this before in a lot of my videos early in the season, and I'm going to say it again. They got to quit whining to the officials every single play. You're not going to get every call. Caitlin spends too much time yapping at the official about a call. Just play basketball. The time you sitting there talking to the official, guess what's going to happen? The other team running in transition. Gone. Getting the easy bucket, and then you looking lost, then you looking disgusted, then you looking deflated, then you looking mad. Same thing with Aaliyah Boston. Stop yapping at the official. If it ain't no call, guess what? Go play. Get a stop. Set up and come back and score. They spent too much time whining to these officials. These officials already know. This is why the officials probably do the things that they do to them because they know that they whine a lot. They will look for a call every time, and you can't do that. That's not that's not going to get you anywhere with them. Just play. Yeah, some stuff needs to be called out, and some stuff you just gonna have to play through. They put Golden State Valkyries on the line like crazy in the second half. They was 19 for 27 from the free throw line. They was 70%. The Fever was on 11 for 12. Five of them was Caitlin Clark's. She was perfect from the line. They out rebounded the Valkyries 35-32, but it seemed like the Valkyries out rebounded them. Assists. We, we only had 20 assists today, 18. Three steals today, 10. They had 5 blocks, we had 3. 17 turnovers. 17 turnovers in the game. 6 of them was Caitlin's. So that means besides Caitlin's turnover, nobody else was taking care of the ball. They was turning the ball over constantly. You can't do that and try to win a game. You can't. Then points, fast break points, you only had 6. They had 12, but still, points in the paint, we had 38 to their 34. Why not continue to go that if that was the success? Can't do that. Can't do that at all. It was bad. This team needs a wake up call. By the trade deadline, they need to figure out to add some younger legs on this team. They need some younger legs on this team. This was a game that Ari McDonald could have played in this game and gave some energy, some spark to this game. She could have made a difference, especially when they was up 13. She could have been the one that lead the charge and gave Caitlin a break. She could have penetrate, got easy buckets down in there. You know what I'm saying? She could have put the pressure on them. You could have used her in a two guard combo with her and Caitlin together, especially with Caitlin struggling. She could have been the one set Caitlin up for some easy shots. But you gotta wait 4 more days to see if she comes back. Now listen to what the Golden State Valkyries head coach had to say. She came in with a game plan to how to stop the Fever and stop Caitlin Clark. Take a listen.
Specifically, but can you just say what the general idea was on Caitlin? Was it blitz the pick and roll essentially?
I mean, you guys, saw what we're doing, right? But like I said, just to the prior press conference before was we were being disruptive. We know that she doesn't like physicality, right? We know that she wants to get to that left step back. I mean, to me, all the times, I watched her in Iowa. So she loves that left step. It's like almost like a layup for her. So again, we're just making sure that she wasn't getting into rhythm and then that she was just seeing multiple bodies. Yeah.
And then there you have it. When teams scout your best player, that means everybody else they need to be on their A game. Because if they're going to do this to Caitlin every game, they need people to step up. You can't give 40 points off the bench and not play no kind of defense. You can't just sit Bree Turner on the bench. You can't sit Michaela Tipson on the bench. You got to utilize them. That was athletic bodies that you could have helped slow the momentum down and help teams to get easy buckets. You could have built on your lead using their bodies in the third quarter, especially when you knew that. Especially when you see Dantas wasn't playing well, having a good game. You could have brought somebody in that's athletic, could run, play physical a little bit. But they don't do that. They just run with these same players and they get wore down. And when your best player is struggling, they need somebody to step up. Kelsey Mitchell is supposed to step up a little bit more. Leah Boston, they got in foul trouble because ticky-tack fouls. They don't know how to defend without ticky-tack fouls. I was surprised that they overturned that call when Leah Boston hooked Ty Harris. That was supposed to be a 6 foul for her. She should have been out the game. They called Caitlin for travel. which didn't look like a travel. They called Leo Boston for travel. Mental mistakes. This team looked like they didn't even want to be there tonight. They played one of the piss poorest games that I have seen, and it's pathetic. Now they got to wait to play on Sunday against the Aces, who's been playing well, even though Asia Wilson has been there. But this is another game they could lose if they don't get it together. Then after that, they got the Seattle Storm, and then they got the Los Angeles Sparks, who are another team that's played gritty. They could literally lose 4 games straight. Literally lose 4 games straight. This is not a time for this team to continue to go up and down. They need to figure out something with this team and get it together, because trust you and me, it's going to be a long season. This is my thing. They need to find a way to make trades and get rid of some of these slow players on this team. Players that's not really doing nothing for them. They need to get some fast, speed, athletic, feisty players that's going to help this team win games. This team is not going to make it to no finals or make it out the first round of the playoffs or anything playing this kind of style of basketball. And I'm just being honest about it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Caitlin had a bad game, but I'm like all true competitors, I'm sure she'll bounce back. But this Fever team got a lot of work ahead of them. Until the next episode, you know what it is. Livewire Sports Media. Let's go.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is live.